राम नाम घन श्याम नाम, शिव नाम सिमर दिन रात। राम नाम घन श्याम नाम, शिव नाम सिमर दिन रात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात। जन्म सफल तू कर ले अपना, जन्म सफल तू कर ले अपना। मान ले मेरी बात, मान ले मेरी बात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात। धन्य धन्य वो भूमि जहाँ पर लिया प्रभु ने अवतार। धन्य धन्य वो भूमि जहाँ पर लिया प्रभु ने अवतार। धन्य वो स्थान जहाँ प्रभु प्रेम का हो प्रचार। धन्य वो स्थान जहाँ प्रभु प्रेम का हो प्रचार। धन्य वो तीरथ जिनकी यात्रा, धन्य वो तीरथ जिनकी यात्रा मुक्ति की है बात, मुक्ति की है बात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात। राम नाम घन श्याम नाम, शिव नाम सिमर दिन रात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात। काम क्रोध मोह लोभ छोड़ कर नाम प्रभु का गाले। काम क्रोध मोह लोभ छोड़ कर नाम प्रभु का गाले। मानुष तन जो पाया उसका सच्चा लाभ उठा ले। मानुष तन जो पाया उसका सच्चा लाभ उठा ले। जीवन है अनमोल सी धारा, जीवन है अनमोल सी धारा। पल पल बीतत जात, पल पल बीतत जात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात। राम नाम घन श्याम नाम, शिव नाम सिमर दिन रात। राम नाम घन श्याम नाम, शिव नाम सिमर दिन रात। हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात, हरि नाम सिमर दिन रात।
Namaste, my dear brothers and sisters. The love and blessings of the Mother and Sri Aurobindo to all of you from Sri Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch. This devotional song that you heard in the voice that you are now very familiar with, voice of Me Too, whose voice is as sweet as her name, was telling us in this song to remember the divine all the time, day and night, to keep chanting the name of the divine constantly. That is what Sri Krishna also tells Arjuna in the Gita, remember me all the time. Now, why does the divine expect us to remember him all the time? Is it to satisfy some sort of a vanity of the divine? Or is there something deeper than that to it? It is actually for our own welfare, to make our own life meaningful, that he's telling us this simple way of just remembering him all the time, which would make our life meaningful. The way it happens is because if you are remembering him all the time, you are aware of his presence all the time, and being aware of the presence of the divine would prevent us from doing anything wrong. Because when we are doing something wrong, we try to hide it. We try to hide it particularly from the one for whom we have great respect, or the one whom we fear. And in case of the divine, to some extent, both apply. We have a great deal of respect and also a certain sense of fear of punishment when we are doing something wrong. And therefore, if we are aware of its presence all the time, aware of that higher force, the ultimate reality, call it by any name you like, Ram, Nam, Ghanshyam were the names that she was talking about in this song. Call him by any name. If we are aware of his presence all the time, we will not do anything wrong. But she didn't stop there. She said that any place which is spreading this message also becomes a sacred place. It becomes like a place of pilgrimage. So although Delhi may not count as one of the places of pilgrimage in the customary lists, but with places like Sri Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch located in Delhi, that also becomes a place of pilgrimage, because that is what the type of messages that this place is spreading. So with that, we go to today's session, which is a practical class, to some extent a continuation of the previous one, in which Vidya, with the help of Anjali, started teaching the sitting postures. Today, we'll continue with them and then follow it up with a few more pranayamas. Over to Vidya and Anjali.
Namaste, everyone. So once again, today continuing our asanas practices for the sitting postures. So in the last class, we just saw the simple sitting postures. Today we are going to see a little advanced. I would say only a little advanced, not too advanced postures, but little more than what you have done in the last class, followed by a few more pranayamas. So I would request everybody to move on to your mats. Sit in comfortable cross-leg position. Roll your shoulders back to make your spine straight and tall. Your head, neck, and your spine in one straight line. Palms gently placed over your laps and eyes closed. Bring all your focus inwards. And let us observe our breath flowing in and out in its own natural pace, without you trying to change the pattern of the breathing. Observe your abdomen moving out as you inhale. As you exhale, your abdomen moves in towards your spine. Preparing your body and your mind for your yogic practices. visualizing yourself in your yogic postures. Trying to bring your focus to the center point of your eyebrows now. As we begin to chant Om, followed by Om Shanti, take a deep inhalation for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Letting the vibration sink in. Rub your palms. Rub your eyes. Opening your eyes with a few blinks. Spread the warmth all over your body. And we are ready for our practices. Before we start, interlock your fingers and let us stretch our spine spreading tall. Pulling yourself up, 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 up. Exhale, bend towards the right. Inhale, back center. Exhale towards the left. Inhale, back center. Exhale, release. And now we are all ready for our practice. On the mat for Anjali now. So let us start with our warm-up exercises first. Getting onto our base pose, which is the Pranayama Sthiti, also called as sitting relaxation pose first. Shake your thighs and relax them. Keep shaking, keep shaking. Trying to bring your big toes together and apart. Preparing your thighs, your hamstrings for these stretches. Good. Now your feet hip width apart. Fold both your knees, bringing your knees closer to your chest. And now drop and stretch them out. In, bring them in together and drop. Hold in and drop. Let us synchronize this with the breathing. Exhale when you fold in. Inhale, drop out. Exhale when you fold in. Inhale, drop out. Exhale when you fold in. Inhale, drop out. One last time. Exhale when you fold in. And inhale, drop out. Good. Now from here itself, fold one knee, your right knee, and drop it on the side. Right side, bring it back to the center, drop again. Back to the center, drop again. Back to the center, drop again. Two more times, drop. One last time, in and drop down. Stretch your right leg out. Fold in your left knee. So your foot is this little closer to the knee, at the knee level. And now drop it out towards the left. Bring it in and drop out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Two more times. In and out. One last time. In and out. Now bring it in and stretch your leg out. Now we are going to move our shoulder in and out in the same pose that we are in right now in the Pranayama sthiti. Just move your shoulders and no other part of your body. Watch Anjali. Shoulder in and out. 4. Keep going. If you're very comfortable now doing this, you can increase the speed of your movement. Squeezing your shoulder blades and then relaxing them. Squeezing your shoulder blades and then relaxing them. And come back center. Good. Now making your spine a little straighter. Turning your neck towards the right. Back center. Towards the left. Back center. Right again. Back center. And left again. Back center. One last time. Right. Center. And left. Come back. Center. Now let us fold our knees to get into Vajrasana. Good. So every time we have been stretching sideways in our simple cross-leg position. Today we are going to stretch sideways in Vajrasana. Okay. Simple side bend. So stretch your both arms up. Pull yourself tall first. Now releasing your interlock, place your right palm on the right side and gently bend towards the right. Your left palm facing down. As you keep bending down, gently and slowly keep bringing your elbow down as much as you are able to stretch. Important here is that your hips are always touching your heels. Inhale, gently come up. Exhale, bend towards your left. In the same way, every exhalation, try to bend a little more, trying to bring your elbow a little down, but making sure that your hips and your knees are in one straight line. Sorry, touching each other. Inhale, gently come back center. Exhale, towards the right again. To come back to the center, it is recommended that you walk your palm slowly towards your left thighs and then come up. Exhale, bend towards the left. Inhale, come back center, walking your palm closer and then up. Interlock your fingers, stretch and pull yourself tall. Tall, 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 tall. Exhale, gently bring your arms down and release. Let us warm up and stretch our spine now, getting into our cat stretch pose. From here itself, let us measure the distance, bringing your elbow closer to your knee, palm facing down. Now where the tip of your finger ends, take one palm distance forward and come up on your knees. Your knee is hip-width apart. Your feet is hip-width apart. Toes pointing out. Check that your knee and your hip are in one straight line. Your shoulder and your wrist should be in one straight line. Inhale, drop your pelvic down, open up your chest, lengthen your neck, push it up and look up. Exhale, roll your neck, bring your chin closer to your neck. Push your upper back upwards, navel towards your spine. Inhale, gently. Roll up. Exhale, roll inwards into that. Inhale, roll outwards. And exhale, roll inwards. Inhale, come back center. Good. Now from here, we are going to get into our Asana. So walk your palms back to sit in Vajrasana. And once again, get onto your knees for the camel pose or the Asana. Your knees hip-width apart, your feet hip-width apart, toes tucked in. Remember, while getting into this posture, you keep pushing your pelvic outwards in the front. Now stretch your right arm over and above your head, taking your right arm back behind, arching and placing it over your heel. Gently take your left on your left heel and arch back. Drop your head. Breathe. We are going to hold this for 3 deep breaths. Two. And 3. To release the posture, gently bring your left arm up first. And then your right. Slowly sit in Vajrasana again, getting into your child pose. Take your arms behind and gently place your elbows down. to relax. For all those who are unable to bring their forehead on the mat, they can make fist of their palm and place it on one on top of the other just under your forehead. Breathe. Inhale, gently lift your head up, chest up. Now we are going to get into our new posture for the day. First posture is Asana, also called as the frog pose. Please watch Anjali first before you practice. Now to do this posture, we start from the Vajrasana and make fist of both the hands with your thumb inside. Now place your fist on your belly, just next to the belly button or your navel, both of them together with the sides. Take a deep inhalation. Exhaling, bend forward slowly and put the pressure on your navel area with your fist. When you gently come down, just lift your head up to look in front. Your chest should be touching your thighs and your eyes should be focusing on the front. Hold your breath here for a few seconds or as long as you're able to hold your breath. Gently inhaling, come up. Release. Good. Now this helps relieve our stomach issues including constipation and improves our digestive function. Here, when you go down, you have to hold your breath. So you will be able to hold this posture only for as long as you are able to hold your breath. It is not recommended for people who have undergone abdominal surgery or with knee pain, ankle injury, high blood pressure especially. Pregnant women will not have to do this practice at all. People with cardiac conditions also should not practice because here we are holding our breath. So since we are not able to hold our breath for very long, we usually practice this for at least 2 or 3 rounds. Okay? So let us all get into this practice. Sitting in Vajrasana, make fist with both your hands, thumb inside. Now place your fist on your belly next to your belly button or navel. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, gently bend forward, putting maximum pressure on the navel area. Ensure that your chest and your is touching your thighs. Look in front, holding your breath. Inhale, gently come up. Exhale, release the pressure. Let us all practice it one more time. So we at least practice it twice. Making once again fist of your palms. Placing it next to your belly or navel. Belly button or navel. Deep inhalation. As you exhale, slowly bend forward, putting maximum pressure on the navel area. Your chest touching your thighs. Gently lift your head up to look in front. Hold the posture while you hold your breath. Inhale, gently come up. Exhale, release and relax. We shall be practicing Gomukh Asana now, the cow's face pose as it is called. It helps release our back pain, sciatica, rheumatism, general stiffness in the shoulder and neck, improving our posture by increasing our energy and awareness, opening up of our chest areas. Okay. For the Gomukh Asana, we start once again in Vajrasana. Now drop both your hips towards your left. Good. Bring your right knee over your left knee. Good. Now, stretch your right arm up, pulling your spine up straight and tall. Bring your right palm behind at the center of your spine. Palm touching your back. Stretch your left arm on the shoulder level. And now bring it back. Trying to hold both your palms together. Anjali, can you turn behind and push for them from the back? So if you watch from behind, good. Now let us see, Anjali, please. Okay. Now let us see how it is. This posture is little difficult for a lot of people to hold at the back. So how we can make it little easier to hold on the side. Anjali, please. Any side. Side. First important thing is that your heels should not be under your hips. So your hips are completely on the mat and your heels are out, toes pointing outwards. Second, when you take your arms, the reason why we say take your arms up, you can straight away also take, but the reason why we say take your arms up is to pull your spine tall. Once you've taken your arm up, take your arm up. Once you've taken your arm up, bring it back. Back, here, back. Yeah. Now suppose if you're not able to reach here, what normally people tend to do is they tend to bend their neck down, roll their back. So what happens is that you are anyways creating more distance and it becomes difficult for you to bring your hands closer to each other. To bring them closer to each other, you have to open up your chest, push it forward, straighten your neck, and then you'll find it more easier to bring. The more you roll your back, the more difficult it becomes to bring your hands together. Okay? Important, very, very important here is to keep your neck straight each time. Otherwise, there is a tendency that you would hurt your neck every time. If you are not able to still hold it, one easy exercise, preparatory exercise for you is to bring your arm behind and pull it towards the opposite direction. From the top, you bring your arm up in the center and keep pulling it in the opposite direction. Keeping your neck straight. This is your preparatory exercise. Now let us all get going to practice this. So sitting in Vajrasana first. from the beginning. Drop both your hips towards the left. Bring your right knee over your left knee, making sure that your both hips are on the mat, toes pointing out. Good. Now stretch your right arm up, pulling your spine tall, and stretch your left arm at the shoulder level. Now bring your right palm at the center of your spine and bring your left arm behind, taking hold of your right palm. So try holding the palms together. Your spine is straight and tall. Your chest is out and open. Your neck is straight and your chin is parallel to the floor. Breathe. Take deep breaths in here. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Taking deep breaths while you're in posture always help you to stay in the posture for a longer time. Now to come out of this posture, gently stretch your right arm up. Stretch your left at shoulder level and bring them down. Taking your right leg again behind, come in Vajrasana. This time, drop both your hips towards your right. Bring your left knee over your right knee. Let us do our checks. So your hips are on the mat, both of them. They are not on your heels. Your toes are pointing out. Your spine is straight and tall. Stretch your left arm up, pulling yourself tall. Stretch your right palm at the shoulder level. So you can do whichever way. So Anjali wants to take her right first. Go back, Anjali. And now taking your left behind, placing it at the center of your spine. Pushing your chest out, opening up your chest, making more space to breathe in a little more air. Your neck is straight, chin is parallel to the floor. Deep breaths to stay here a little longer. Breathe. To release, gently stretch your left arm up. Stretch your right at the shoulder level. Exhaling, bring both your arms down. And release and come back in Vajrasana. Now let us see our next asana, which is Asana, or the simple spinal twist. Stretching your legs out. To do that, once again, drop your hips on the right or the left, whichever side, and stretch your legs out. This is a preparatory asana for the Ultimate Asana, or the half spinal twist. It is going to stretch your spine, relieve your back pain, neck pain, and mild forms of sciatica. It is a very, very good asana for beginners to prepare their back for more difficult spinal twist. Okay, so getting ready for this. Fold your right knee. Bring your right knee across your, right foot across your left knee. Outside your left leg. Okay. From here, Twist your upper body towards the left, placing both your palms down. Your neck turning towards the left. Keep twisting your body and make sure that you are breathing while you are holding this posture. Gently come back center. Bringing your right foot back, stretching it out. Now doing the same with the other side. So fold your left knee. Take your left foot across, outside your right leg, placing it near your right knee. Now twist your upper body towards the right, placing both your palms down, turning your neck towards the right. Keep breathing, take deep breaths. Lengthening your spine as much as possible. Simultaneously twisting it as much as possible. Inhale, gently come back center. Release, bring your left foot back and stretch. Let us practice this one more time. So bring your right in again, fold it. Taking your right foot outside your left knee. Twisting your upper body towards your left. Breathe. Hold here for next 3 deep breaths. Inhale, come back center. Release your right leg. Stretch it out. And now with the left. Hold your left. Place your left foot outside your right knee. Twist your upper body, exhaling towards the right. Placing your palms down, keep breathing. Lengthen your spine. We are just twisting, but we are not bending forward. Inhale, come back center. Release and release. To give your spine little more twist, we are going to practice Bhunaman Asana. So before you start to practice, you'll be watching Anjali demonstrate it first. This is also one of the preparatory asanas for your Ardha Asana. It will stretch your spine and relieve your back pain, neck pain. The contraindications here is that people suffering from severe back pain or cardiac conditions, high blood pressure, or peptic ulcers are recommended not to practice this asana. As the asana itself says, Bhu Naman, which means spinal twist in the prostration pose. Let us twist our spine towards the left first, placing your palm down, and now bend your head down towards the floor. try to push both your hips towards the mat. So as a beginner, it is very normal and natural, gently come up. As a beginner, it is very normal and natural that your hips would rise up, which is completely fine. But each time you come down, exhaling, try to bring your hip down towards the mat. Now gently turn towards your right, placing your palm down, bend down, twisting towards the floor. Gently come up, come back center. Now let us all practice it together. We are going to twist about 3 times on each side. So in the center, deep inhalation. As you exhale, turn towards your right, placing your palm down on the right and bend down. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Twist your body towards the left, placing your palm down on the left and go down. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist towards the right and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist towards the left and go down. Inhale, gently, come up. Exhale, come back, center. Now we have already prepared for Ardha Matsendra Asana. We prepared our back. Now let us try and get into Ardha Matsendra Asana slowly, step by step. Okay. So here, please remember, pregnant women should avoid this practice, and people with peptic ulcer, hernia, hypothyroidism should only practice this in front of a competent teacher. Now to practice this, fold your right knee. Good. Take hold of your right knee with your left arm. Around. Good. Keep pulling your right knee inwards towards your left. Stretch your right arm up. Anjali, this is the next step. Stretch your right arm up. Pull yourself tall. And place your right palm behind, almost at the center of your spine. This is the most easy one that majority of us are able to do. Once you are comfortable in this, bring your right foot across your left leg, placing it outside your thigh. Keep pulling your knee inward, stretch your arm up, bring your right palm down, twist. If you are comfortable here, then just fold your left knee inside, crossing it. Bring it down. Yes. Twist. Anjali, twist. So your elbow, now, if you are very comfortable here, step by step, only when you find your comfort level, push this with your elbow and grab hold of your ankle, twisting back. Inhale to release, gently stretch your right arm up, come back center and release your left. Anjali, can you show them from this side now? Center, yes. Okay, now let us all practice together. Step by step, stretch both your legs out. Good. Fold your right knee. Grab hold of your right knee with your left arm, elbow in between. Stretch your right hand up. Pull yourself tall. Place your right palm behind center of your spine, twisting your body towards the right. If you are very comfortable in this position, bring your right foot outside your left leg. And twist. If you're very comfortable here, just fold your left knee and bring it in as if you are sitting cross-legged. Your hips are on the mat. Bringing your elbow outside your right knee, try to grab hold of your ankle or your foot. Twist back. This is your final position. To release, gently stretch your right arm up, pull yourself tall, and slowly bring it down. Release your leg, stretch it out. And now getting in the same posture on the other side with your left leg. Fold your left knee. Turn. Taking hold of your knee with your right elbow. Stretch your left arm up. Pull yourself tall. Place your left hand just behind center of your spine, twisting. All those who are able to do this nicely can take your left foot outside your right thigh. Once you are here comfortably, fold your right knee to bring your right foot closer to your left hip. Bringing your elbow outside your left knee. Try to take hold of your left ankle, toe, and twist back. Inhale to release, gently stretch your left arm up, pull yourself tall. Exhale, bring your left arm down, come back center and release. Stretch your legs forward. And relax. Good, getting ready for Pachimutan Asana. Forward bend, head to knee, back stretching pose. This is going to stretch your hamstring muscles and increase the flexibility of your hip joints. So all those who are in conditions of back pain, slip disc, sciatica, hernia are recommended not to practice this asana. Now there are two ways of going into this asana. Bringing your feet together, spine straight and tall. One way is to stretch your arms over and above your head, nicely pulling yourself tall. While you exhale, bend forward down from your lower back. Taking hold of your toes, big toes, Or if you're not able to reach your big toes, you can also reach your shin, your ankle, whichever place you're reaching. Another way to do it is to walk your palms slowly and gradually with each exhalation towards your toes. How do we do that? Here, first you sit in straight position, pull your spine tall. Now gently walk your palms forward besides your legs. Slowly, bringing your chest down. The idea is not to bring your head down, but the idea is to gently bring your chest down. So when you come down in this position, make sure that you are not rolling your head. You are not doing this. Okay? So your head, your neck, and your spine have to be in one straight line, and you're just bending forward, down, as much as you can go, each exhalation. All of us, let us go into this posture and stay here for 3 deep breaths. Deep inhalation. As we exhale, gently bend forward, down. Let us hold here for 3 deep breaths. Inhale, gently come up. From here, let us go directly to the counter pose, Purvota Asana or the inclined plane. Take both your arms behind, placing your palms, your fingers either facing your back or facing outside, whichever way is more comfortable for you. Toes pointing out. Take a deep inhalation. Lift your hip up, trunk up, getting into an inverted plank pose. Drop your head down. Stretch your neck. Breathe. Exhale. Gently come down. A variation for all those who are not able to practice the complete, who are not able to practice it as in complete incline. They can fold their knees. Fold your knees. Your feet little away from your hips. With a deep inhalation, lift your hip up, trunk up, trying to make a tabletop. Breathe. Exhale. Gently come down. Release and relax. Let us relax. In seated Dandasana. Your feet apart, toes falling out. Arms behind. Fingers pointing outwards. Slow down your breath. As we mentally prepare ourselves for the pranayamas. Today we are going to practice 2 pranayamas, Kapalabhati, which is also one of the Shakriyas, and Brahmi. Gently bring your spine straight. And let us sit in comfortable cross-leg position. Before we start to practice Kapalabhati, let us first know that Kapalabhati is not for everyone. Especially people with conditions of high blood pressure, heart disease, neck pain, back pain, hernia, peptic ulcer, glaucoma, epilepsy, during menstruation or advanced stage of pregnancy, one should not be practicing this at all. Also, in case we are not advanced practitioners of pranayama or shakriyas, it should not be done for too long, as it may lead to dizziness or even fainting. Now let us see what is Kapalabhati. So in normal breathing, we make an effort to breathe in, and breathing out is automatic or passive. We do not have to make any effort to breathe out. In Kapalabhati, it is just the opposite. So here we make an effort to breathe out, and we breathe out through our nostrils, and the breathing out is forceful. And also rapid. So here, when we breathe out rapidly, it has to be with the help of the abdominal muscles. So we will see, as we breathe out through our nostril forcefully, our abdominal muscles contract, which means they go in. Every time you breathe out, there is a jerk in your abdomen while your abdomen moves in. When we do this, the most common mistakes and point to be taken care of are that our shoulders need to be relaxed. Okay? And we do not need to squeeze our facial muscles while we practice this. It is important that the mind is calm. Our rest of the body parts are not moving. Only we are exhaling through our nostril. And because of the forceful exhalation, our abdomen is moving in and out. That is all. We do not have to worry about inhalation at all. So watch the demonstration first before we practice. So let us begin. Anjali is going to demonstrate. Sitting in comfortable cross-leg position, eyes closed. You may choose to keep your one palm on your abdomen if you are a beginner, to check whether you are doing your practice correctly or not. Now, every time I say one, you are going to forcefully exhale, and you will see that your abdomen is moving in. Before we start, take a deep inhalation, and we go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Exhale. So we are going to do somewhere between 2 and 5 rounds, 2 to 5 rounds. First round I will be doing making you do with the instructions, and the rest of them you are going to do at your own pace. So you are going to increase after every 5 seconds. You try to increase your speed a little, and in the last 5 seconds you try to slow down and then end your practice. Okay, so let us begin. Once again, sit in comfortable cross-leg position. Roll your shoulders back to make your spine straight and tall. You may choose to keep your palms on your knees, or you may choose to keep your palms over your laps in Chin Mudra. joining the tip of your index finger and your thumb, whichever way you may please. Chin parallel to the floor and eyes closed. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale completely. Now preparing yourself for the first round of pumpings. Inhale deeply and go. One, 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 one. Exhale. Now let us do a few rounds at our own pace, preparing yourself for the second round of pumpings. Inhale deeply and begin. Increase your speed. A little more. And gently slow down. Exhale. Getting ready for the next round of pumpings. Inhale deeply and begin. Slowing down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Getting ready for our last and final round of pumpings. Inhale deeply and begin. Slowing down. Exhale. Normalize your breath. Rub your palms. Rub your eyes. Opening your eyes with a few blinks. Step the one on the face. Now our next pranayama is Brahmari. So Brahmari is also called as humming like a female honeybee. This is the last pranayama practice that we are going to practice in this session. Okay, so in Brahmari, we are going to hum like a female honeybee. Okay. Brahmari is a female honeybee and it hums. So we make the exact same sound of humming as a honeybee does. Now, how do we make that humming sound? We make that humming sound by chanting a prolonged N sound. To chant a prolonged N sound, your tip of the tongue gently touches the palate up. Good. So we take, so here we may choose to close our ear by using our index finger or our thumb. When we close our ear, we can listen to the vibration of our humming sound and deepen our practice. So it is better, if you want to concentrate a little more, it is better that you close your ear, either with your index finger or with your thumb. How do we practice Brahmari now? So to practice Brahmari, we take a deep breath in through the nose and then chant the na sound while breathing out. So you do not have to make any effort to breathe out, because as you are going to chant, the air will automatically flow out through your nose in a gentle, slow and steady stream. You're going to listen to that resonance automatically happening. So it is a very soothing pranayama and brings down the blood pressure and the stress level. Let us try and practice this all together. Sit in comfortable cross-leg position. Roll your shoulders back once again to make your spine straight and tall. Eyes closed. Take a couple of normal deep breaths. You may choose to close your ears if you want to feel that vibration using your index finger or your thumb, whichever may you please. Inhale deeply and begin to make that na sound, humming sound. Observe the resonance. Inhale and exhale, humming. Inhale, exhale as you hum. The last round. Inhale deeply and exhale as you hum. Gently raise your hands. Feel the vibration of the hum resonating. Stretch your legs in front of you. Taking support of your palms and your elbows, gently lie down. Into Shavasana and relaxation. Your feet 1.5 to 2 feet apart. Toes falling out. Arms 45 degrees away from your body. Palms facing upwards and fingers naturally curling. Chin a little tucked in. Make sure there is no stress in your neck. Just observe your breath getting back to its normal natural pace. Observe the vibrations of your pranayama flowing all through your body. Your entire body is stretched with your asana practice and is now all relaxed. Your breath has slowed down. Your mind is de-stressed and calm now. As you try to relax and as you feel the vibrations, just take this moment to connect to yourself. Take this moment to be just with yourself. In silence. Externalizing your awareness. Gently move your toes and fingers. Slowly bring your feet together. Interlock your fingers. Stretch your arms over and above your head, giving yourself nice tall stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Slowly turning towards one side. Taking support of your palm. Sit up. Rub your palms. Take a nice warmth. Up your eyes. Feel the warmth of your palms on your eyes. Now opening your eyes with a few blinks, spread this warmth all over your body. Blessing yourself and expressing the gratitude to our Masters and Almighty. Thank you very much. Okay, here we are, and once again, we hope that you had a good session, good practice. Any questions? Is there something in the chat box?
There are no questions yet in the chat box, but if anybody would like to unmute and ask, they can unmute and ask the question.
While the participants are thinking of what to ask, maybe I'll just ramble on with a few things. We have done during the last few days, the last two turns, the sitting postures, and before that, the lying down postures. Both these positions are ideal for a variety of very useful and you can say more or less obligatory postures. And what is important for a teacher to understand is that we have some basic postures which should be included even if the class is of a relatively short duration and where you have not highly accomplished students, not very young students whose bodies are very flexible. Among the lying down postures, the two basic postures are Setu Bandhasana and its counter pose, the Pavan Muktasana. The rest are to some extent optional. And both these Setu Bandhasana as well as Pavan Muktasana can be made more difficult or more easy depending upon the type of students that you have. And you have seen how that can be done. In the same way, when it comes to sitting postures, the basic postures are Vajrasana and Shashankasana. And from there, one can go on to Ustrasana, Parvatasana, Makarasana. And although, I mean, in that you are not really lying down, but you can go to Bhujangasana, Shalavasana, and Dhanurasana. Again, within these, Bhujangasana and Shalavasana are simpler and take care of the entire back. Bhujangasana, the upper back, and Shalavasana, the lower back. And after that, even if you skip Dhanurasana, it will not really matter too much because both the upper back and the lower back have been taken care of. So that sort of is the basic sequence. And personally, at least I enjoy most of this sequence starting from Vajrasana, going on up to Dhanurasana. It's one of my favorite sequences and gives you a fairly good workout for the whole body. So if again you have to choose between the lying down postures like Setu Bandhasana and Pavan Muktasana on one hand, and other lying down postures. And this sequence, I would much rather do this sequence and skip the lying down postures. Maybe now there are some afterthoughts which the participants have and they would like to ask something.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning. During the COVID time, everybody was asked to do Bhramari Pranayama. Because it was told that when you do the Bhramari Pranayama, I think it was nitrous oxide or something will get released, and then it was supposed to be good. I was not able to understand what was the significance of doing that. What was the importance?
I think it would be nice if Bhaiya would answer this question.
Pardon me?
No, I'm talking to Bhaiya. Bhaiya, it would be nice if you could answer this question.
Yes, that does make a lot of sense. Whether Bhramari actually releases nitric oxide and where it releases it, I'm not sure if studies have been done, but it is plausible. Why I'm saying that is because Bhramari is a relaxing pranayama. During relaxation, the parasympathetic system is dominant, and the parasympathetic does release nitric oxide at least at one place which is known, and that is the coronary arteries. That's why when we are sleeping, there is parasympathetic dominance, and normally parasympathetic constricts, that is, narrows down blood vessels at most places, and therefore there is a reduction in blood flow. That would be something serious in case of the heart, and therefore nature has provided this mechanism that in addition to whatever neurotransmitter, that is acetylcholine, which is being released by the parasympathetic, in the heart, in the coronary blood vessels, nitric oxide is also released, and that actually dilates the blood vessels, widens them up, so increases the blood flow. So that's why we do not experience any reduction in the blood flow during sleep in spite of parasympathetic dominance. The person who has borderline heart function, even that person does not suffer because of this mechanism. Now, there's something similar happening in the airways is therefore quite plausible. And to have a similar sort of a beneficial effect in terms of increasing the blood flow through the lungs is also plausible. And therefore, it does make sense, for which one can do further studies and confirm whether it is actually happening.
Doctor, one more pranayama which was asked to do was that in the prone position, deep breathing, like in Makarasana kind of posture. They used to ask they say is to ask the patients to do that, or even the other people who were in the house. They used to ask them to do that quite often, every day, regularly.
Yes, it was called proning, and that was made quite popular. But I'm not very sure whether proning itself is very important, but certainly any type of breathing exercises would be helpful because they'll improve the respiratory capacity, they'll improve our respiratory function. And we have a wide variety of breathing practices, as you have seen, both during the warm-up as well as in between the practices. And certainly, of course, pranayamas are there, which are a little more well-defined breathing practices.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I think with that, we can end today's session. Tomorrow, we will have the theory session on eating wisely. And thank you everyone for joining in today.
Thank you everyone.